Al-Isra University destroyed 70 days after it was used as a base for the occupying Israeli forces.
The public may address the board at this time.
Cultural genocide.
Hello? Press the button.
Hello. Hi, my name's Wayne Coe, and I want to talk tonight. I came a couple months ago and I asked the board to divest from the teachers' retirement system and their murder for money game. My school taxes are being invested in companies that are massacring children in Palestine. I resent it. It's depraved. It makes me sleepless. I don't like having my money, which is supposed to be invested in the employees and in this institution, being sent out to companies, and I listed them. They're listed on YouTube, Divest from NYSTRS Wayne Co., and I gave a list to the board members. These companies are producing 2,000-pound bombs that are being dropped on children, blowing off their limbs, making them orphans, dropping tons of concrete on their heads at 147 children a day. Now in Auschwitz, if we look at the clever fascist Nazis, they only killed 110 a day. So NYSTRS and the teachers union that puts all of you board members in here should not be engaged in this depraved activity. I wish I could come here and say, you guys have put this on the agenda. You guys will let us make presentations to the public and to the teachers union. I wish that you guys were taking action instead of allowing this depraved government to ignore the populace of the United States, which 65% wanted a ceasefire in the first 3 weeks. These constant votes to send more money to our depraved US-backed proxy in Israel to massacre the Palestinians is not what any of us want. And the idea that your school taxes are invested in Raytheon and Boeing and General Dynamics and Israel Discount Bank and all the other crummy war profiteers that you're investing my money in is deeply distressing. It should distress all of you. But instead, I get blank faces. And I know, you don't represent me. You don't represent kids. You don't represent the public. You don't represent taxpayers. You represent the teachers union that puts you here or you'd be kicked off. You wouldn't get on this board. But then you need to go and turn to the teachers union and say, do we want to be branded as the murder for money racket through the teachers retirement system where we're laundering these $5,000 to $10,000 a month for doing nothing checks to the retired teachers, laundering them through the blood of small children? That is what you need to answer. And you're gonna ignore it or continue to ignore it. And then I'll have to do what I don't want to do, which is come back here and continue to face you. And I'm asking you to use your conscience and not shut down and ignore it.
Thank you,
because it's convenient.
Thank you, Mr. Coe.
Thank you.
Okay.
أنا بالدول
أولاد الأربعة
لا إله إلا الله
أولاد الأربعة
لا إله إلا الله.
Munitions experts say 2,000-pound bombs are almost never used by the U.S. military anymore in densely populated areas.
Using Boeing, which makes the 2,000-pound bombs, Raytheon and General Dynamics, only 3 of dozens of NYSTRS companies. In the 3 months following October 7th, the federal government, laundering money through the blood of Palestinians, gave them $72 billion in increased corporate value. And all of this is supposed to be great for the teachers' retirement.
This is an area in Gaza where for weeks civilians fled to find safety. These are 2,000-pound bombs. one of the most destructive munitions in Western military arsenals. When a 2,000-pound bomb detonates, it unleashes a blast wave and metal fragments thousands of feet in every direction. Sometimes, 2,000-pound bombs leave giant craters in the earth, like this strike in South Gaza in November. Time's investigation, using aerial imagery and artificial intelligence, found visual evidence suggesting Israel used these munitions in the area it designated safe for civilians at least 200 times. Our analysis indicates 2,000-pound bombs were dropped on a routine basis in South Gaza during the first 6 weeks of the war. And it suggests that even for those who followed every Israeli evacuation order and advisory, there was still no safety to be found in a war zone that's more dangerous for civilians than any in recent history.